All right, this is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 2, starting at verse 4. For if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into the chains of darkness, to be reserved unto judgment, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an ensample unto those that after should live ungodly, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, for that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing, vexed his righteous soul from day to day, and with their unlawful deeds, the Lord Yahweh knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment, to be punished. So with that, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wadash, double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, Shalom. And the title of this lesson is just going to be Vexed. All right. I'm in transit. I'm off. It's so-called Thanksgiving Day, all right, which we call Thanksgiving Day, all right, and this is not a holiday to celebrate, where our brothers were basically deceived and killed, all right, and supplanted, right, in their own land, all right. And I'm speaking about the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the true biblical Israelites, all right, according to scriptures and according to prophecy, okay? And it's I'm driving around because you get the day off on Esau's high holy days, but you try to take 8 days off for free. No, that's coming out of your vacation balance. For you want to celebrate Hanukkah, all right? 8 days, yeah, that's coming out of your vacation balance. They're not just going to give it to you because they don't acknowledge the ways of the Most High. The Most High is not in all their thoughts, man. And the reason I brought out that 2 Peter is because I'm just walking around, not walking, but I'm driving around kind of like in a mobile spirit today, and these people are literally just, sometimes it gets to you, man. We see this shit every day, but there's certain times, like days like today, where these people are all in this spirit of celebrating. Everything's quiet, all the stores are closed. It's just a lot more peaceful day because these people are in their mirth and they're doing they're celebrating wickedness, man. And just seeing people on days like today it's highly vexing, man. I saw an Edomite just come out of the Quick Trip, okay, with like with a bag of combos and a big ass soda. I'm just like, oh my goodness, bro, these people are. That's who the Lord had winning over us, man. Like that's how we fucked up. All right. And I'm at a park that I usually frequent. I'll take my dog out here, and we'll go around. But I'm in a neighborhood that's a fairly nice neighborhood, and I'll drive through a little bit of this to do a little bit of drive through on my end. We did the drive through with the Akim in the Kansas City camp. We did that sit down. And we showed you the nice areas over there in Ward Parkway, but this is another part of the city way south, all right, that's way more suburban, all right, and we know Amalek is out here deep, and it costs a little bit more money to get here, but hey, man, fuck it, all right, if I gotta spend, I'm not, but even if I spend 80-90% of my income on rent to get away from niggas, it's worth it, okay, it's worth it for me, personally speaking. I do not like nigga energy around me at all, but the converse, the inverse of that, I should say, or conversely, it would be when you get away from niggas. The bitter part of that is you have to see how much Esau is winning, So you're vexed no matter what, man. You're caught in between no matter what. You can either be vexed around a bunch of niggas, and not have to see how much Esau is winning, or you can be away from those niggas and with peace and then and then have to be vexed watching your enemies just win over you, man. All right, just walking by you in the supermarket, don't even say excuse me, because they you know, in their spirit they know, you know, you got to let them have it. All right, but Lord willing, I'll do a little bit of driving around, man, and just however the spirit lead me. These neighborhoods that, you know, Lord willing, y'all be able to see on camera. I'm just gonna snake through a couple of these areas, and you'll get to see how Esau is living. All right, and when you put the concept of Thanksgiving into it, this is what they're thankful for. All right, and all of this shit is based on debt. And the beautiful part is you can go on for hours, man, on how none of this shit is really real and all of that, because it's all gonna go down. All right, but you'll get to see what I'm talking about, man. All right, and Lord willing, I may be able to get somewhere in Park and bring out that Isaiah 29. Okay, where it's basically this guy has turned everything upside down, man. You know, he's made the inner parts of the city hella expensive. That should be the cheapest part of the city. There's no grass there. You know, there's no fresh air. You know, all you get is the view of the rest of the city. You know, which I get can be aesthetic. You know, but ultimately you see what Esau's doing. He's kept the property values fairly low out here in the suburb areas for a long time, and now he's buying all this land up and he's building on it, man. You see, this might not have been the best road to go down, but we'll snake through this, man. You know, passing by, this is how you know it's a nice area, because on the left of me you can't see it, but this is a private airfield. All right, all you see is these Gulfstream G4, G3s. You got some farming crop duster planes out here too, but they don't fly into the regular KCI airport, man. No, not out here. When these rich crackers out here, man, they get paid, man. They'll land right here to my left here, and this is way south in Kansas City, and those G5s, and what you'll see is a bunch of Escalades and, you know, tricked out, all blacked out Tahoes, you know, leaving. All right, because this is where the wealthy enter into the city when they fly in. Now, I'm not saying you won't see some at KCI, but these people that really got money, this is where they come. This is where they fly through in there, man. All right, I'm gonna hit this left here. And that's how you know that we're in the right spirit, man. All right, and that's why I brought that precept out with Lot, man. All right, because Lot could have just gave up in his spirit. All right, because think about it, nobody in that city was right, man. All right, his wife wasn't even right. You know, she was following him like she was supposed to, but really in her spirit she wasn't even right, man. All right, and that's why you have the famous saying, or the famous mentioning of Lot's wife, man, and what she represents. She represents wanting to keep all of this, man. You can see Slovakia, some of these houses, man, it's kind of blurry as we're passing through here. See, she had a spirit of looking back, man. She represents Jakes in the world, all right, that have this spirit of looking back. It was the same thing in Egypt, all right. You know, we were looking back, even though the Lord miraculously delivered us out of all of that, man. All right, and I don't know if you guys can see all of the houses here, man, but there's something, you know. doing this on the fly. All right. But most of these homes over here, these are $1 million homes, man. All right. And they're absolutely locked down by the HOA. All right. So if you try to get in here, they're gonna have a whole bunch of rules. They got a something in the HOAs called restrictions covenant, man. Meaning these are things you can and can't do on this property. And in the old days, they would have a restriction. You couldn't even have a nigga live here, man. All right. I missed that big house right there. I may circle back to it. I may just have to hold this. But I want y'all to see this. Okay. Look at this house right here. That's a multi-million-dollar house right there. And they're building, all of this shit is underdeveloped, man. It's underdeveloped. Meaning a lot of these houses is just still lots. There's no land built on it. There's no houses built on it yet, man. You see? So this area is all up and coming because these devils think they're gonna go on forever, man, but they're not. It's already written that they're gonna go down, you know? And so when you see a person just walking around in murder, man, that shit irritates you, man. You know? But that irritation is a good thing. Let me slow down in this neighborhood too, because you know the particular vehicle that I have is not the best for blending in this neighborhood. You know, Esau basically spot your ass, and you know you gotta just be careful. You know, and be circumspect. I have a pretty heavy foot naturally, so I gotta work on that specifically, man. But look at all of these homes, man. That neighborhood right there is hella expensive, man. You know? And one thing we have to do is meditate on our kingdom to come, man. All right? We have to meditate on what we have to come, and even though, you know, this shit is nice, you know, but it's nice to us today in these bodies. We can't even conceive all of the things the earth has to yield. All right? There's sizes of stones and rubies and all these different other stones that we've never even seen before, man. You know, we can try to ideate on what we're gonna have in the kingdom, but we haven't even seen to enough for our imaginations to even go there, man. All right. The earth does not yield its strength. I forget the precept specifically on that. You know. But the earth is not yielding its full strength in this kingdom, man. Everything's polluted, everything's defiled. So this is really just a low-level shell of what's to come. You see? And days like today of Thanksgiving, it reminds me of the precept in Isaiah 29th chapter where it says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. Now that applies to everything that this guy does. All right, but Thanksgiving is just one of those things. It's an upside down holiday. Look at it. Look at the name of it. They try to call it Thanksgiving, but the true meaning of it is the complete opposite, man. All right, it's the complete opposite. And you'll tell a random person that, and you can show them facts, and they'll agree with you, but then they're like, okay, well, this is just my family tradition. They don't give a fuck. All right, and these same people are gonna try to call on God or Jesus in the day of calamity. All right, and all of those thoughts are going to come to their mind every time you try to tell somebody the right thing, brothers. Every time you try to correct a family member, every time a heathen just scoffed at what the right thing to do is, that's gonna come into their remembrance in the day of calamity, man. All right, the scriptures also say that their greatest fear is gonna come up on them, man. If I can get a good shot at these homes coming up. Look, they're building right there. Boom. Boom. You know, these are 2-3 story houses with basements, man. You know, so some of these houses are really 3-4 levels if you count the underground. All right. But yeah, man, if you try to tell a heathen something, man, in this society, they think they've normalized it, man. So upside down is normal and right side up is extremism, or you're on some kind of list. All right, when really it's just the right way to do things. All right, isn't it fair to pay back to have a justice system? All right, who is paid for the million plus Iraqis that died because Esau was greedy over oil, man? Nobody's gonna pay for that. All right, you see, the scriptures don't co-sign that, man. You can't just go around there removing landmarks and stealing their natural resources. All right, you're not the inheritor of the earth, man. All right, and even if you are. All right, let's just say you make the argument that Esau is in his blessing and he's entitled to the whole world right now. Well, he's still not ruling righteously. All right, the scriptures go on about that, man. You know that the scriptures put limits on the king, man. It says you can't multiply horses unto yourself and wives unto yourself. You can't just be taking the take from your own people. All right, you're in charge. There's a difference. You see? That doesn't mean you get everything, man. All right? And Esau is the devil. He don't understand that, man. He'll take land just because it might be something there. He don't even know there's nothing there yet. He'll still take it. You know? It makes me think about that in Habakkuk, the 1st chapter, man. All right? That bitter and hasty nation, man, the Chaldeans. All right, because Esau is bitter and hasty at the same damn time, man. At the same damn time. We watch that movie Napoleon. He couldn't stop, man. All right, he couldn't stop winning battles and trying to expand and expand and expand. Even though he was gonna have to kill a lot of people to take that land, he didn't care. He didn't try to offer up trade. None of that. And the only times he did it was with other Edomite nations, man. See? So this place has got to go down, man. Utterly and thoroughly. This left here. It was that precept that I was trying to get real quick if I can. Yeah. Habakkuk 1:6, for lo, I raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation, which shall march through the breadth of the land to possess the dwelling places that are not theirs. See? They are terrible and dreadful. Their judgment and their dignity shall proceed of themselves. All right, so that's how all of this land is obtained, man. And we all know this. When you're in the spirit, you feel that, man. You know, there's a tension there. It's like, God damn, all this shit is nice, but he killed hella people to get here, man. He backstabbed his own people to get here, man. All right. And that builds on the vexation, man. And one thing I'll say to the younger brothers is that vexation should be there, but it's something to manage, man. All right, you're not to be losing control of yourself and snapping on people in public. All right, our baseline is stoicism. All right, that vexation does fuel us, man. It fuels us to do lessons. It fuels us to watch and hope and have hope that this place is going to be destroyed, but it's not to be unchecked to the point to where you're becoming a liability in your behavior, you know, or it's affecting your ability to function. You know, it's supposed to be a fuel, man. All right, that movie, the example of John Wick comes to mind, man. where they in the first movie they basically they kill his dog, man. They kill his puppy, man, and that was all he needed to go off, man. But if you notice in that movie, he had a very calm, cool demeanor, man. He knew what he had to do, but he didn't get beside himself. All right, it wasn't this blind rage. It was there, but he was in control of it, you know. And I'm not saying that in like in a carnal perspective, because we're at a spiritual war. But I mean that in the sense of when you go up to battle Satan every day, man. You know, you gotta be in control of the vexation. All right, but you also have to watch if that vexation is gone altogether, man, because you don't want to be like these people out here that are completely aloof, man. They have no care in the world. Ukraine is going on, the war in the Middle East is going on, and any day now all hell could break loose, and these people are just poof, man. All right, so there's a balance to it. All right, and you want to have a healthy fear of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai along the way, man. All right, so I'll end it there, man. Lord willing, this is edifying. Call hello Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Bahashim Rachab Kadash. Shalom.